Father, I know I've been asking a lot of you lately, and I know that you've answered every single prayer that I've asked of you. I know you've showed me things that I've asked, even if it may not have been in the way that I thought. And I know that you've tested me in my resolve. And I want to be able to be honorable. I want to be able to make sure that I'm not like everybody else. I do not care to be like everyone else. There are times where I test myself. There are times where I think I'm going to fail. There are times where I really struggle with what I'm supposed to do. Not just for the day, but what's right and what's wrong. Because I know there's feelings inside that I'm not 100% sure if they're accurate or not. There are times where I question others' loyalty. There are times where I sit and I think to myself, what if where I'm at today is meant to be, or what if I'm here because of the mistakes I've made and this is my form of punishment? There are a lot of times where I have those conversations with myself, a lot more than I care to admit. And if I'm being honest in that sense, it reminds me that I have to humble myself, that I may not have everything figured out. But in that same sentence, it also reminds me that there is nothing I will not do to be able to make sure that my family is taken care of, to be able to make sure no matter what I feel on the inside, no matter how sad I get, no matter how upset I am, no matter what is thrown at me, that I can overcome it through sheer will. My mother raised me to be better. I have to be stronger. When nobody else was around, she was always there. When I needed someone, she always was there before I even had to ask. Every time I've ever needed anything throughout my whole life, she was my mother and my father. And at that point, she deserves the world. And there are times where I admit I could do a lot better as a son. There are times that I admit where I realize I struggle still. And that's why I started making this account. That's why I really started this YouTube. It's because I want to be able to make sure I can do this full time, so I can be with her and my daughter and show you guys different parts of my life. I found a different faith that I did not have before, if I'm being honest, and it hasn't been easy. It's not something that just comes overnight or something that, you know, is a video topic to talk about. It's the truth. It's my life. I was given a second chance, and I want to be able to make the most out of it. I want to be able to help anyone out there. It doesn't matter your age. You could be 14. One of my most commented recently followers and let me know they're 14, and I'm extremely grateful that you're here, my friend. To be that young and to realize you have so much potential and you have a purpose. If I go back in time when I was your age, I would have loved to do that. If I go back in time and have that good of a heart, you have a bright future ahead of you, my friend. Do not let anyone tell you different. No matter what happens, I pray that each and every one of you, no matter your age, no matter how young or how old you are, understand that you deserve more than you let on. You are so much better, so much stronger, and worth so much in this world. The life that you have is for a reason. I pray that you always understand that. Things will never get easier, but you are going to get a lot stronger, so they may seem easier. Nothing in this life is ever guaranteed. You could have a job one day, be fired the next. You could be alive today, and tomorrow you may not wake up. And I pray for each and every one of you, no matter how dark things seem, that you never give in, you never give up, and you never lay down and take a beating just because somebody told you to. You need to understand how strong you are. You need to understand what true strength is and where it comes from. Do not let others' malicious intent jade you. Do not let others' problems with you affect you. Do not let others' shortcomings be what drives you away. You need to decide here and now, are you going to be somebody who sets a precedent unlike any other for being able to overcome your strength, for being able to overcome every challenge they throw at you and still be yourself? Things won't get easier, my friends. The only thing that is going to get easier is you understanding no matter how hard they push you, you can always push back. No matter how much they give you, you can still carry the load. But you need to understand, when you leave that environment, that area, you leave everything behind. That is why I'm pushing as hard as I am, because I want to be a present father in my daughter's life. I want to be a better son to my mother. I want to be able to take care of my family to the point where I don't have to be gone half the day just to be able to barely pay rent to be able to barely do things. I'm grateful for work. Don't you ever get that wrong, my friends. But there are times where I realize if I really focused, if I really gave this more of my time, more of my effort, and got out of my own head, got out of my own way with my stress, with my what ifs, that I could do a lot better. But it's not that easy. There are times where I question if I'm ever going to make it on here. And then I remember 4 months ago, I started from zero followers, 0 ideas, 0 everything, just a dream to be able to help others. Didn't know how, didn't know doing what, still trying to figure that part out. So I'm hoping by sharing different parts of my story, by sharing different lessons, and what allows me to find my true faith, that it will help guide you in the right direction, my friends. It's never an easy path, but I would much rather have this one than something that's handed to me or something that I think I have figured out, because at least I know for certain that no matter what happens, I can overcome any challenge as long as I have my faith, because that is all I need to be able to take care of my family. My brothers and sisters out there, I pray for each and every one of you that you understand you are stronger than you know, and to never give up on yourself, because you deserve so much more. Thank you for being here, my friends. It's great seeing you, and I pray you all have a great day. Thank you again, and I'll talk to you more all soon. Have a good one.